A group of state MPs is pushing for mandatory minimum sentences for people found guilty of sexually assaulting a child, saying there are too many inconsistencies in jail terms. However, the Wollongong District Law Society fears it won't deter offenders.
Debate has raged within the community about appropriate punishment for child sex offenders. Politicians are taking the debate to Parliament.
And I think it's important that we send a message, strike fear into the minds of anybody thinking about interfering with children, but by the same token, there needs to be, on balance, judicial discretion.
Member for Kiama Gareth Ward will lodge a motion when Parliament resumes next month. He says mandatory minimum sentences aren't the answer, but greater consistency is.
In Queensland, they've got a two strikes policy where if you're convicted once, that is up to the magistrate to make a decision, but if you're convicted a second time, you go away for life imprisonment. Now, I think that's the discussion that our Parliament has to have.
The Wollongong District Law Society has welcomed the discussion, but has doubts about its effectiveness.
There's no compelling evidence that mandatory imprisonment actually deters child sexual offences. The second problem is that it doesn't actually promote for fairer sentencing. And the third problem is that it can be very, very expensive.
David Potts argues there are different degrees of offences.
Consensual sexual relations between people who are just still minors, as opposed to someone who's an old predator relying on very young children.
Melissa Jaros, WIN News.